What did I fucking shout you down the mic for? Playing your mouth, mate. I'm a grown man. You sent me a message first, yeah? I live in Smethwick, Birmingham. If you want the brawl, come down Smethwick, ask for Danny G. I'll come out my house and I'll break your legs, you little prick. No one will say! No one will say!
Oi, stop shouting. Who do you think you are?
Shouting with your f***ing dust box at your throat, son. Come on, Birmingham, and I'll f*** you up. Come on, Birmingham now, and I'll f*** you up. I've told you where I live. You want to know where I live? I live in f***ing Smethwick. Now come, and I'll f*** you.
Ended up meeting another bird because you wouldn't give me sex, because you was basically at the Two Brewers, dreaming about Bill Kelly. Yes, you was. You want the truth? I'll give you the truth. Right, you was at the Two Brewers, thinking about Bill Kelly, thinking about fucking... She was 18.
I've been nothing but happy for her. So at the end of the day, you go to bed pissed off with me, you shallow woman. Danny G, I don't care what you think about me, you silly twat. I'll do what I want to do, when I want to do it.
From cosplaying as a Viking in his living room,
Odin, Thor, Valhalla. My mother told me.
to his loud, angry rants.
You want to fight me? Good luck. Good luck. I'm going to pull that out of your soul. You understand?
From declaring himself to be a pro golf player,
Yes, I could beat Tiger Woods. Yes, I could beat Tiger Woods. Let me explain how. You obviously don't play golf if you think I couldn't beat Tiger Woods.
to his ridiculous, exaggerated stories.
I'm sat on a weight bench in the gym. Rather than confront me like a man, yeah, he's come and smashed me in a I've got a big scar on the back of my head, yeah? He's smashed me with a dumbbell in the back of the head, a 10 kg dumbbell, thinking he's going to drop me, bro. I've gone like that, looked at him, bang, bang, bang.
It's hard to ignore Danny G's hilarious and memorable content. But there may be more to Danny's story than just being an internet meme. He's also surrounded by allegations of grooming and domestic abuse.
Doing it since I've started social media. There's no 27-year-old with a 17-year-old. There's a 27-year-old with an 18-year-old, but a 27-year-old goes to a nightclub in Birmingham and meets a bird in a nightclub. That's it, mate. Just normal. It's just normal. Just normal.
But is there any truth to any of these claims? Let's find out together as we dive deep into the chaos and controversy around Danny G. You're probably wondering, why is a grown man playing with a sword and a shield? Well, that's because Danny's infamous Viking roleplay videos are a huge part of his online persona. Now, I know you're thinking that has to be an exaggeration. However, that is exactly what Danny does. He films himself pretending to be a Viking and fighting imaginary enemies in his living room. The result, absolutely entertaining and perhaps a tad bit concerning. It seems that Danny believes that posting himself shirtless while punching invisible enemies and bouncing around is the most accurate portrayal of a Viking.
Don't blink, or you'll listen. Get what I mean? Get what I mean?
Some viewers couldn't believe the sheer ridiculousness of what they just saw, while others were curious about his alleged connection to the Vikings. They were also quick to fact-check Danny's claims of having Norman ancestry and called him out on the fact that Normans were different from Vikings and did not have the same religion. Hence, it seems that Danny has no legitimate ties to Vikings and just likes pretending that he does. Perhaps he thinks it makes him seem tougher. And if you thought the Viking cosplay was a one-off, think again. This guy clearly loves pretending to be someone else, and this time he achieved that by wielding a sword and shield, probably to push the fantasy even further.
You're gonna see brains. You're gonna see guts.
Odin, Thor, Valhalla, yeah.
Imagine being his next-door neighbor, just trying to wind down after a long day at work. Maybe try to spend some quality time with your family. And all of a sudden, you just hear Danny next door screaming his head off, pretending to be a Viking. Many commenters had similar concerns for his poor neighbors. In another Viking play, he had his poor wife record him while he was pretending to beat up 18 enemies. It's a wonder his wife was able to keep it together and not burst out laughing.
So then, our boys. Who's gonna do it then? Who's gonna kill me?
While some people commended Danny's wife Tony for being able to keep it together while filming this mess, others were rightfully concerned about a 42-year-old man excessively engaging in imaginary play. To really understand how absurd Danny's antics are, it's important to note that Danny Gratian is a 42-year-old content creator from Smethwick, Birmingham, who's active on several social media platforms.
Hello, Instagram. Danny G, yeah? Yeah, boy. You want to find my shit? Yeah? Go to...
He has a modest following on TikTok and on Instagram. He's also active on the live streaming platform Twitch. He also regularly posts his live streams on YouTube. Danny first began posting workout videos, which didn't seem out of place. He also posted videos of him playing golf. Over time, Danny shifted from a simple persona to a so-called tough guy image. He often posted videos of himself shadowboxing.
More of this shit on my YouTube. You ready? So, start off nice and slow. Get your body moving, yeah? When your body's moving, get a little bit faster. And when your body's moving, get a little bit faster. And faster, faster, faster. And then bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Once the hard guy persona kicked off, Danny started telling his audience about extraordinary things that he had done during his life. In one such story, Danny claimed he saved his son from robbers by biting the perp's nose off.
In the day in Smethwick, I had people try and rob Anthony. I smashed them to bits, man. Took half the face off and that. That word travels round. Why you got no nose? Where's your nose gone? Danny G took it off.
The stories Danny starts to tell only grew more outrageous. Well, on a podcast, Danny claims he was going to fight 20 boys barehanded because they attacked his son. Somehow, in the end, Danny gets free fish and chips for life.
So my son's down the shop, he's come back to the house, he's been kicked in by like 20 lads between 16 and 20 years of age, right? I ain't having that, yeah? So at the time, I've just grabbed whatever I can, because I didn't want these lads getting out of there, I wanted them still there, yeah? So I've put my Mrs. Pink dressing gown on and her pink slip. No, then my nephew's on that, your son was in the shop being racist, right? Now, I ain't racist, yeah? So from that moment on, I was like, okay, no problem, mate. And the funny thing was, right, yeah, my son was at the bottom of the road watching, I've looked at him, he's just run. Do you know what I mean, right, yeah? And the chip shop geezer's gone, Danny, you got free fish and chips for life, mate. I was like, sweet. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the craziest story. Didn't end in too much violence, but yeah, that's the craziest story.
While most of his audience never believed a word of it, they were still hooked to his exaggerated stories. From then on, the tough guy act and outrageous stories became Danny G's signature. Part of Danny's charm is his legendary rants about absolutely nothing. He just live streams himself losing it over random things that mildly upset him. He seems to have the emotional maturity of a toddler. Nevertheless, his rants are extremely entertaining. In one such instance, he refers to people he didn't like as Muppets.
When I came out of jail, I realised what they are. They're all Muppets, man. All ran away. Won't fight me, would they? Nah. I better run away from this man now. We've created a monster.
One of Danny's legendary rants occurred over an Xbox game with a stranger. The stranger said something or the other which set Danny off. It resulted in one of the funniest rage rants the internet has ever seen.
You sent me a message first, yeah? I live in Smethwick, Birmingham. If you want the brawl, come down Smethwick, ask for Danny G. I'll come out of my house and I'll break your fucking legs, you little prick. No, fucking say.
Oi, stop shouting. Who do you think you are?
Shouting, rip your fucking voice box out your phone, son. Come Birmingham and I'll f*** you up. Come Birmingham now, and I'll fuck you up. I've told you where I live. You want to know where I live? I live in fucking Smethwick. Now come, and I'll kill you.
You won't kill me.
I what? I fucking what?
Excuse me, you won't kill me because I'm a gangster.
No, shut up, you now. Fuck off. Don't send me another message. F off, you little prick. You little boxy man.
Are you running away because you're scared?
Danny has numerous videos, all of him just shouting threats at the camera. The funniest part is that often, no one even knows what set him off in the first place.
Come to Birmingham! Come to Birmingham! So I can pull you apart! You little Muppet! You know, if I ever see you on the street, I'm gonna smash your head in, do you know that?
Danny also has a thing about always wanting to be the center of attention. He wants everyone around him to worship him, including his teenage son's friends. And the best way to get attention, according to Danny, taking his shirt off and ranting about his huge muscles.
The session when there was away. 2 week bender. No, you don't. Not 2 week one. Well, you did 14 days non-stop, Shan. Well, you can see though, innit? The size I've put on. You can see in it. All natural. But look at that. Fucking...
Danny also likes to fight his imaginary demons in his living room. He posts it on the internet thinking he looks hard and tough, but he just comes off as a 12-year-old boy pretending to be a superhero in a movie.
You ready, son? I hope you are. Come here! I thought you said you was ready. Nah! Next one. Come on.
Users were thoroughly entertained, claiming Danny reminded them of their childhood shenanigans. Others wondered how someone could record themselves punching the air and post it on the internet, where they'd be torn to shreds. And most of them were concerned about Danny's wife and kids, wondering if they even felt embarrassed of his behavior. As with his numerous Viking scenarios, Danny also has multiple videos of different scenarios in which he's beating up people with his bare fists. It's not just the shadowboxing that's hilarious. What really makes the videos entertaining are the cringe-worthy superhero dialogues.
And then we can get it on. Like Donkey Kong, with his big fat hanging schlong. We can get in there. We can have a little tussle.
What's unknown is whether he really believes these videos come across as threatening and hard, or whether he knows he's making a fool of himself for views. In a clip, Danny is challenging another creator, Harrison Sullivan, aka HS, to a fight. HS is another controversial figure, often starting altercations with other creators.
But bro, why did you pull out, bro? Why did you pull out the fight? Bro, I wanted a fight, bro.
Stop, bro.
Why did you pull out the fight?
Stop. You know I didn't pull out. You're
did,
talking
bro.
about some
I wanted
silly
a
shoulder
nah,
injury.
bro.
However, Danny demands £50,000 up front before the fight even starts. Now the question is, does Danny truly believe he's worth 50 grand? Or did he make that outrageous demand so that the fight never actually happens?
Right, HS. How are you, bro? You having a good day? Are you feeling frisky? Are you feeling like a biscuit? Bro, come on. Pay me before the fight, or put it in...
Danny's audience catches on to the unusual demand and calls him out on the fact that payments usually happen after the fight, not before. Regardless, some of his fans do seem to eat up his content and believe in his gangster persona, commenting on his fighting skills. HS quickly responded to the challenge by also calling out the fact that Danny was demanding to be paid up front because he was all bark and no bite.
With what he's asking for, like, who gets 50 grand up front? He's obviously ducking the fight.
However, some of Danny's fans came to his defense and claimed he only wanted the money up front because HS had a history of bouncing payments. HS went on in his video about how he thought Danny was deluded and actually couldn't fight at all.
He's deluded. Just because he says he can fight and all of you lot just think because he goes like this that he can scrap. He can't scrap, mate. He'll run in all erratic and I'll just chin him.
Some commenters interpreted HS's claims as him being scared of Danny and not actually wanting to fight either, while others joined HS in claiming Danny was a fraud. As you may have already expected, nothing substantial actually came out of this back and forth between the two, and no actual fight ever took place. So what do you guys think about this situation? Was the challenge to HS just another part of Danny's fantasies, or would he have followed through if he got the money? If you thought having imaginary friends and dressing up as a Viking were extremely weird, you haven't heard the worst of it yet. Danny also seems to believe that the rest of the world also views him as a superhero and will believe anything he says, no matter how outrageous. Let's start with Danny claiming he physically fought with his own dog. According to Danny, his dog was huge and resembled a pit bull. He wants to make sure you don't think he fought a chihuahua.
And he was a built staff, trust me, he was a big boy. He looked more like a pit bull. His name was Blacks and he was pure black. Yeah?
I had him in Smethwick, and every single person that knows me knows this story.
He then goes on to tell the most outrageous story one can imagine about a fight with a dog. And let's not forget that Danny fought with the dog on his knees and bit the dog. No, I'm not making this up.
He went for me. I kicked him up against the door as hard as I could. The door snapped in half, and the dog still come at me. So I went down the stairs, locked myself in the kitchen, got on my hands and knees and fought him like a dog. And that ain't no joke. I lost it. Completely lost it. And he was trying to bite me, so I bit him.
Does this count as animal abuse? It probably would if it actually happened, but anyone with a brain knows this is all bogus and a fantasy. However, almost as if Danny knows his story isn't believable at all, he swears on his own children's life that it's true.
And that ain't no lie. Swear on my children's fucking lives. That's exactly what happened.
Imagine your dad makes these wild claims that he fought a dog on his hands and knees and then swears on your life that it happened. That's rough. Some of Danny's audience had similar sentiments. As expected, commenters had a field day with Danny's fantasies, while others wondered if Danny was potentially consuming illegal substances to say such outrageous things with a straight face. In yet another one of Danny's tall tales, he claims he saved his next-door neighbor from having a bike stolen by a group of teenage boys.
There's about 6 or 7 15-year-old lads trying to rip this fence down to get to this bike. My next-door neighbour's house, bro. So I've just walked up and I've gone, yo, boys, listen, if you want to about like that, go to your own area. Don't do it to my next-door neighbour. You ain't taking his bike now, off.
What Danny claims happened next is absolutely ridiculous. According to him, one of the perpetrators was a huge African-American boy who pulled a 2-foot-long kitchen knife. Yet, of course, Danny bravely fought him off and everyone lived happily ever after.
He's a big black guy. Do you know what I mean? Looked like a grown man, like 6'4". Step back into fighting stance. I'm going, yeah, come on then, you big. Do you know what I mean? As I've gone like that, bruv, this is right outside my house. He's backed out a kitchen knife that big.
People could not take this story seriously and called out Danny for his pathological lying. According to Danny, he believes he can fight anyone of his own body weight in a boxing rink and easily win. He's so overconfident he believes he should be paid £50,000 before the fight even begins. Despite all these claims, no one has ever actually seen Danny fight anyone other than imaginary villains in his living room.
I mean, I will fight basically anybody in the ring, my body weight, for 50 grand. I want the 50 grand before the fight because you ain't scamming me, because I would kill you. Do you know what I mean, right? Yes, I want the 50 grand before the fight, then I'll sign the contract and I'll fight anybody, my body weight, yeah, in the ring for 50 grand.
Perhaps some part of Danny really started to believe his own fantasy stories about being a hard and strong fighter, because he boasted he'd get a score of 900 or above on a punch machine during a live stream.
So when I come down here again, I'll bet a little over 900. Just study it like this and I'll just go. And I'll bet it over 900. I bet you. 100%, guaranteed.
I was sat on there, why not?
Yeah, but I can't.
The next day, Danny follows through and builds up to the fact that his punch is going to break records. He's shirtless, obviously, and practices his punch. The audience was on the edge of their seats, wondering exactly how hard a man who fought his own dog and won against a 2-foot kitchen knife would punch.
Normally on this thing, yeah, like that, like that, and then bang, right? I can't do that.
After what seems like an eternity, the moment everyone's been waiting for finally comes. Danny lands a punch. The score? 791. Desperate, Danny punches the machine over and over. However, the numbers don't lie. Not once does the machine read the numbers 900.
I'll bust my hand. So I've got to kind of just go from here and just go forward. That's all I can do. Just a little tap. 781.
Instead of admitting that he overestimated himself, Danny claims that he wasn't using his full power yet. According to him, going full power on a punch machine wasn't necessary or important. Actually, he didn't even punch it, just tapped it lightly.
Full power. I'm not going for even pad. No chance I won't miss break any hand, just to punch on a punch machine. I'm just going to tap it. Just a little flick. I mean, I'll wire now. I'll wire and higher and higher and higher. And
until I'm like, nah, that's enough. I'm only eating this soft at the moment.
However, Danny goes back to the punch machine despite saying it's not important. It's clear that his ego and tough guy image is hurt, and he wants to get it back. Now he claims he can't punch properly because his hand is hurt. The punch machine betrays him. His score is still nowhere near 900.
See, I can't even do that. Because I can't, because of that hand, so I've got to like twist.
He immediately goes back to claiming he didn't even punch it yet, and that was only a flick. Upon being called out by his viewers in the livestream comments that it seemed like he put his maximum power in his punch, Danny lost it and cursed at them.
Looks 100%. Are you stupid, bro? Try and wind me up all you want, but I just showed everybody, mate. That would be 100%, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? A hook. That was not a hook. That was not a hook. That was a tap from my chin. I didn't even pull my arm back, you weirdo. Do you know what I mean? But we'll try and wind Danny up. Oh, sad fucker, get alive.
So it seems Danny can't handle people calling him out on his lies and exaggerations of his fighting abilities. Commenters had a field day with Danny's subpar score on the punch machine at his ridiculous excuses. So what do you guys think? Is Danny really capable of all the epic stunts he claims he's pulled, or is it all part of his fantasy? Some of the more serious concerns people have about Danny's outrageous behavior revolve around him allegedly having a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old girl. It all unfolded on a live stream when Danny went on a rant about how Tony, his wife, wouldn't sleep with him, so he had to seek pleasure elsewhere.
Tell me about to tell the truth.
Because you don't watch my videos. I don't think you realise.
I watched every one of your videos.
Everybody knows exactly what happened.
And what was that? Go on then.
What do you mean told them? Okay, you wouldn't give me sex. You was out at the Two Brewers every weekend,
Whatever.
chatting to Bear Man. This is what happened. Chatting to Bear Man, not coming home till God knows what time, pissed out your face all the time.
When Tony clapped back at him, people were left reeling in shock. He didn't just meet someone else, he allegedly preyed on a 16-year-old girl. That's absolutely disgusting. Danny's only response is that she wasn't 16, she was 18. Equally disgusting and doesn't make the situation much better, Danny.
So I ended up meeting another bird because you wouldn't give me sex, because you was basically at the Two Brewers, dreaming about Bill Kelly. Yes, you was. You want the truth? I'll give you the truth. Right, you was at the Two Brewers, thinking about Bill Kelly, thinking about fucking... She was 18.
Another livestream exposes his predatory tendencies even further, which involves his own 16-year-old daughter and one of her friends. He encourages and pressurizes both of the young girls to drink with him and Tony. He even talks about how his daughter's friend braids his hair. The whole situation is extremely creepy.
Say hello to YouTube. That's Annika's best friend. Out of all Annika's friends, I like Demi the most. She's always in a good mood. She makes me laugh. She plats my hair. She's a sick girl, man. Go on, Demi.
Go on, Demi.
Annie.
Some raving, Dave.
Some raving. Rave it out, Dem. Rave it out.
He encourages his daughter to chug her alcoholic drinks. What's worse is that his wife does absolutely nothing to stop his behavior.
Go on, Annie. Demi. Hello. Neck it. Drink it. Chug. Well done, Ali. Well done.
His daughter's friend is then seen sitting on his wife, Tony's lap. Again, that is wrong on so many levels. She's then pressurized to drink as well.
This is Demi's, not mine. Ali, go over there next to Demi so they can see her. She don't need that much Red Bull, she just needs the Jaeger. Go on then.
Oh, cheers.
Danny gets uncomfortably close to his daughter's friend while convincing her to have even more drinks, like almost gets in her face. Poor girl, she's gonna be traumatized for life.
Do 3 for Zoxy. Come on, Demi. So, right, if I do 3, I reckon Demi, right? No. What are you saying? You say you're going to do 3 rooms in one hour? Like, 3 Jaegers.
Can do.
Yeah?
Tony joins in on the creepiness and encourages her daughter's friend to ask Danny any question at all. Why on earth would a 16-year-old have any sort of question for her friend's dad, you weirdos? It's sickening to watch it all unfold.
Let's do cocaine. No, Demi, would you like to ask Danny a question?
You can ask me anything you want.
Anything you want, then.
Anything you want. And I'll answer it to you. Definitely 100%.
Right, you probably something that you want to ask me.
Towards the end of the live stream, in front of his wife, his daughter, and his daughter's friend, Danny loudly claims he can sleep with whoever he wants to. The whole live stream was full of uncomfortable moments, and it wouldn't be surprising if he had tried something inappropriate with his daughter's friend later on.
Danny G, man. I can anyone. Right? I'm amazing in bed. I smell amazing. I'm sick. I'm anyone.
Well, that was an extremely dark and disturbing insight into Danny's grooming behavior. What's even worse is that his wife seems to be immune to his behavior and even seems to encourage it. Someone needs to check on his kids as soon as possible and get them out of there. Commenters were equally disgusted as they were shocked. However, this is still just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Danny's abusive tendencies. What we're about to reveal next is equally shocking. Longtime viewers have caught multiple instances where Danny can be heard yelling at his wife Tony. In one instance, he can be heard yelling at Tony to block people leaving negative comments on his golf live streams.
That's what they're trying to do. I'm playing very good golf constantly. It's getting better and better and better. They want me to come into chat and start doing this to take my mind off the game. The next thing, they're just trying to f me up.
Naturally, people were disturbed and upset at the way a grown man was treating his wife on a live stream. In another disturbing rant, Danny discloses very intimate details about his wife and his wife's private life. It came off as extremely disrespectful and derogatory. Imagine if his kids saw the video about their mom online.
Yes, Dublin. Listen, I'm a sexual beast, right? My missus gives me plenty enough sex to last me the year. She does, bless her. Lovely woman, beautiful.
The live stream then spirals, as it usually does when Danny's on a rant, about how he would give any girl the night of her life. How do you go from talking about your wife to talking about sleeping with any other girl? It's so disgusting and disrespectful.
I could for 47 hours straight. Don't need no Viagra. Don't need no cocaine, baby. All I need is Danny G and his tongue. That's all I need. And at the end of the day, I'll give you the best night of your life, mate. Well, not if you're a mate, if you're a girl. I'll give you the best night of your life if you're a girl. But if you're a geezer, no, I'm not you in the body.
He then goes on a rant about how he doesn't care about what Tony thinks of him at all and even cusses her out. He calls his own wife a shallow woman.
But, let me put it to you this way. Do I care if Tony's impressed about my current rec state? No, I don't care. I don't give a flying. She can go to bed pissed off with me because I've been out and enjoyed myself. That's her choice. Me? If it was her and she'd been out and enjoyed herself, I'd be nothing but happy for her. So at the end of the day, you go to bed pissed off with me, you shallow woman. Yeah? And I'll stay happy for any time that you are wrecked like this. Any time that you feel so positive and so loving as I do right now. Yeah? I'll think nothing but good for you. You think bad for me? You.
He also calls her a twat. The worst part of all this is that Tony is sitting right next to him. hearing him talking trash about her to the entire internet. When she finally speaks up to defend herself, Danny simply tells her and the internet watching that he doesn't care at all.
Think about me, you silly twat. I'll do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And if you don't like it, spit on that. I'm sorry, babe. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm only being honest. If you don't care about me being wrecked, and you don't love me being wrecked, I'm not calling you a twat. No, I'm not. See, she's in a bad mood with me now. She's in a bad mood with me. Do you know what I say? Carry on. I don't care. I don't care. Am I enjoying myself? Yes, I am.
He then goes on an egotistical rant about how Tony should feel blessed because he chose to be with her despite being every woman's dream man. Danny, have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately, buddy? Beautiful and stunning are not quite the words one would choose to describe you, man.
My wife should be lucky that I haven't took what I could have taken all night. I'm stunning. I'm a stunning man. I look like every woman's dream. Tell me the women that are in chat now that I am not your dream. I am built like a brick shithouse. I am stunning. I am beautiful.
Commenters were revolted by his disturbing statements about his wife and the disrespectful manner in which he treated her. What Danny talks about next is extremely disgusting and disturbing. He talks about the death of Tony's son from a previous partner. He claims that this death hit him harder than it could ever hit Tony, the biological mother. It's extremely narcissistic and abusive of him to even make her son's death about himself.
Right? Now, Tony, I'm going to be honest with you. She don't care as much about what happened as me. She doesn't. I'm going to be honest. She's got over it. I haven't. I never will. Losing Anthony broke me. Broke me. And I stayed together for her and the kids. Now, Anthony was not from my ballsack. He was from somebody else's ballsack. But I am the kind of man that accepted him as mine. He was mine. He was mine. And it broke me when I lost him. More than it did her.
Upon getting called out by multiple users for being abusive towards Tony, Danny posts a video discussing his verbal abuse towards her. According to Danny, it was just a normal fight between a married couple. And he also has the audacity to tell the critics to mind their own business. You're the one that live-streamed cussing his wife out, Danny.
There's a video of me pissed up verbally abusing Tony. That must be from a long, long time ago. But you know, couples have arguments, mate. It does happen. I mean, don't even see what business that is of yours, but it must be from a long, long time ago. I was a lot different to what I am now. Of arguments, you know, it's called being in a relationship.
As expected, his audience did not appreciate the lack of accountability for his revolting behavior. Danny talks about the video in another live stream and claims that the video was extremely old. According to him, he and Tony were not in a good place in their marriage during those days and split up shortly after before getting back together again. However, Danny seems to think that means he didn't do anything wrong when it's clear that he was being extremely abusive towards her.
That's about 3.5 years ago, 3.5 years ago, like. And you know, I'm not perfect, and we all argue as wives, and we all say bad things, don't we, when we're drunk and we're having an argument. And that was just before me and Tony split up. So we was not in a good place at all.
There are multiple occasions of Danny disrespecting Tony by talking about her derogatively, even in front of his own son. What a role model for a father, am I right? His kids sure lucked out to have Danny G as their father. In this particular instance, Danny talks about Tony in an extremely disgusting way.
I've been on that golf course all day watching them legs walk round, mate. And all I've been thinking is, on every green, yeah? I wonder what they'd look like wrapped around my head. On every green. I've just looked at her legs and I thought, they'd look way better wrapped around my head.
People were shocked and disgusted with Danny's immature behavior. Moreover, Danny's been accused of using Tony to pay for his lifestyle. In one such instance, he demands Tony pay for him to go golfing. He demands that Tony and his daughter give him an early Christmas present in October in the form of money and insists Tony tell everyone else to do the same. Sounding a bit materialistic, aren't we, Danny?
Just give me the rest of the money, just to put towards my golf holiday, to make sure, obviously, well, I'll be going anyway.
So right, do you not want a present anymore for me for your birthday? You want money?
Yes.
How much do you want? Just
As much as,
£100 in
whatever,
cash?
man, whatever you can, just money. Just give me money. Tell your brothers the same, just give me money. Same for Christmas. You know my Christmas present off you? I want it early.
Many were appalled at the blatant gold digging. Does the G in Danny G stand for gold digger? Danny's expertise isn't limited to being the best street fighter of all time, being a legendary Viking warrior, and abusing his wife. Danny's also one of the best golf players in the world. In fact, Danny is the best golfer of all time. Don't believe me? Get ready to be stunned by Danny's golf skills.
Oh, that just absolutely, that was just way over. Look at it. 4. I know. Ah. Ah. Hear that, bro? Yeah, sure. Stick it away, stick it away. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on! Oh!
Now, you might be thinking this guy's a total amateur at golf. Who on earth said he was an excellent player? Well, Danny himself said that. According to him, he could easily beat the pro golfer Tiger Woods.
Yeah, but do you reckon I could beat Tiger? If I played out my skin that day and Tiger Woods played okay, I'd beat him. Why would I beat him? Because there's a handicap system. Do you not realise how this works?
He also claims he can hit the ball further than most professional athletes can.
Not at all. When I say hit the ball, on average, further than most professionals, I do. Listen, power's not a problem for me.
Maybe Danny should watch that clip of himself missing 4 beginner-level shots in a row. As expected, Danny's critics had a lot to say about his wild claims. Despite substantial evidence suggesting the contrary, Danny goes on another live stream claiming he's the British Tiger Woods. He also claims that his accuracy at hitting the ball has gone through the roof.
I swear to God, man. My accuracy's gone through the roof. It's mental. It's mental, bruv. How quick my game has gone. Boom. It's mad. I'm like the British Tiger Woods, mate.
Let's take another look at Danny's super accurate golf abilities.
Oh, I just turned at the end. I just turned at the end.
Danny's also been caught by his audience lying about his golf scores. If you're unfamiliar with the rules of golf, basically a lower score means a person was able to get the ball in the hole in fewer shots. In a golf live stream, it's painfully obvious that Danny had to make extra shots because he kept missing the hole.
Ah, I caught the bank too hard.
Oh, it took a nasty...
Nope. Knew as soon as I hit it, look at that go. That's because of this.
Moreover, his ball goes out of bounds multiple times, which adds penalty points to the end score. In one instance, he's seen looking for his ball in the car park, which is clearly out of bounds.
It's fucking loads of ball, really, mate. This must be a common place for everybody to go. This must be the place where we all have a party. That's fair drop, man. Here's the tightest ball that I've just found. No closer to the hole. Point of entry. Barrier.
However, he still claims a relatively low score of 39 at the end.
Mate, with a drop ball, that's a good par. Do you know what I mean? That's a good par. 39 on the first 9.
His audience was in disbelief at the blatant lying, as if they hadn't seen him missing his shots and sending the ball flying out of bounds throughout the game. Another user stated they had been blocked by Danny for correcting his score during the live stream. Another time, Danny blatantly lied about how many shots it took him to get the ball in the hole during yet another live stream. You can see him take a shot and miss the hole. He then gestures to his wife to point the camera away from him. When Danny returns to the camera, he claims he putted the ball on the first try.
Not enough. Not enough. I know it's not enough. It's not enough. Perfect line. That was perfect line, you know, folks. That was perfect. A little tiny bit harder, it would have gone in. Keep that off camera. It wasn't a gimme. I putted it. We both putted it. What do you mean? She's rolling me a roll up. I don't get much time in between holes, so Tony rolls them.
Viewers caught on to it immediately and called him out. But in classic Danny style, he absolutely denied that he lied and cusses at anyone who dares to contradict him.
Tony rolls them for me. Jesus Christ, stop. Witty! Did I put that or did I miss it? My last putt? There you go. Idiots. And I putted it, wasn't a gimme. I was fucking 3 foot away. You know what I mean?
As much as Danny wishes and deludes himself into thinking he's a pro golfer, the whole world has witnessed his subpar performance. Instead of owning up to the fact that he may not be as talented as he thinks he is, Danny often has meltdowns on his live streams when called out for lying about his scores.
Yeah, I'm not doing it no more. If you don't believe my score, I really couldn't give 2 fucks, to be fair. It's just me up. I'm playing this for you guys. I'm not even playing it for me no more. Have you noticed? I'm playing it all for you guys. You're over on the right, Lou. I'm literally playing it all for you guys. I'm not even playing this for me no more. This is just like, this is all for you guys, man. Sake. It. Do you know what I mean? It. I'll tell you straight. It. I'm not doing it no more. Now I'm going to walk normal. Walk slow. If my battery goes out and the trolls don't believe me, they can suck my... How about that one? Do you know what I mean? Ambient. I'm bruv.
Apart from cursing at anyone who dares to criticize him, he continues to talk about how good he is at golf. It's almost as if he believes that if he says it enough times, he'll actually become an amazing player.
And to be honest with you, I've got to have a deep conversation with my own mind here, because this is nothing to do with my game. I am that good at this game. This is pathetic, right? And it is all pressure, 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 pressure that I keep putting on myself.
He then goes on to blame his audience for causing him to play poorly because they were pressurizing him into playing faster, which causes him to miss shots.
And that is what it is. It's that simple. I'm either putting pressure on myself to play fast enough so that you lot enjoy the game, do you know what I mean, right? And you're not waiting too long in between shots and all that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean, right? Or what I'm doing bad on the golf course. Yeah, so I'm just telling you straight. I'm not joking with you folks. Now you will watch me play how I play. I've had enough of this shit now, right? So if you don't enjoy my game, I don't care. You're not a true fan, and you can suck my...
After missing another shot, things really escalate as Danny goes on a proper rant. It's absolutely hilarious and slightly concerning seeing a grown man with a wife and kids getting so worked up over comments about his golf skills.
I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm not playing for you guys no more. Sorry about that. I've had enough. I'm not doing it no more. I'm going to play online. I'm going to play on live. If I don't want to talk to the camera because I'm concentrating, I don't want to talk to the camera because I'm concentrating. All right? It's that simple. I've had enough for this. I'm sick of playing for every and destroying my own game in the process. It's pissing me right off. I am so much better than this. It's ridiculous, man. I am so much better than this. You know, I don't play on camera, yeah? I'm parring nearly every hole. I'm birdieing all for fun. Fun, man. I've had enough. I've had enough now. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, if there's any trolls in here, you can suck my... Seriously, suck my... If I ever see you in real life, I'm going to cave your skull in.
At one point during the rant, Danny can be seen pacing back and forth angrily on the golf course while smoking. When another golfer tells him to chill, he goes on another rant about the pressure he's under.
A lighter that works. Please, have you got a lighter? Yeah. Give me a light.
Chill.
You don't know the pressure I'm under, Lou. You honestly do not understand the pressure your Uncle Dan's under to earn money. You don't understand the pressure I'm under here.
While it's funny, it's also slightly scary watching a grown man lose his cool in a public space. What is he like when the cameras aren't rolling and no one's watching? This rant lasted for approximately 15 minutes. That's a lot of rage and anger.
I'm going to try and play the rest of my game as best as I can, right? Unfortunately for you lot, I'm not talking to the camera. I'm sorry, love you all, yeah, but I'm not talking to the camera. See you all in a bit. If you don't want to watch, don't watch.
He often attributes his golf misses to his trolls and haters who can't stand to see him be so good at golf and intentionally mess up his game. How exactly online hate comments can affect his skill level at golf is something he never truly clarifies.
Behind the camera, or I come on the camera, and then the argument's happening, and then it takes my mind off golf, and then I get involved with chat and the arguments, and then I don't play as well. And that's literally 100% what is happening every time I play golf. Because even the trolls can see how good I'm getting and how quick I'm getting good. And they don't want me to get this good. They don't want me to get as good as I'm getting. Because I think most people can see now how I used to play off a 2.2. I think everybody can see it. I was 28 years of age and I was 15 stone. So I think everybody can see now how I used to play off a 2.2.
As expected, commenters have a hard time connecting the dots too. As things often do when Danny's involved, things escalate as he raves and rants at the camera about how he can no longer play the game because of trolls. He's literally seething with anger. If this were a cartoon, you'd probably be able to see steam coming out of his ears. He then pulls a classic "I'll ban ya" while making extremely crazy eyes at the camera.
Oh, my game head's gone. My game head's gone. My game head just gone.
A few minutes after claiming he's no longer in the right headspace to play golf, he's back at the game again and sending the ball flying. Hilariously, right after almost falling down after a bad shot, he has the audacity to claim he's getting better and better at the game.
That's what they're trying to do. I'm playing very good golf constantly. It's getting better and better and better. They want me to come into chat and start doing this to take my mind off the game. The next thing, they're just trying to f me up and using you to do it.
For 18 long minutes, the man alternates between ranting and fuming at the camera, threatening to block trolls, claiming that he's great at golf, and then making the worst shots ever. It's a nightmare to watch. At one point, he also rages at mods for not banning a troll, and his hands literally shake with anger.
Bro, TCBC, I want them out my chats. I don't know how much I can say this to the mods, right? Yeah? Seriously, I'm getting fucking angry now, yeah? I want them out of my chat. You have spanners for a reason. I want them out of my chat. Do you understand? Nobody is allowed on any of my channels with any negativity. Ban and delete every one.
For someone who takes golf so seriously, Danny might want to spend a little more time practicing the game and a little less time screaming at the camera. If there's another thing you should know about Danny, it's that he's never wrong. Arguing with him over anything that he claims he's an expert on, especially golf, will get you cursed at immediately.
498 yards. Tiger Woods is 498 yards longest drive, so he holds the world record, does he? Because that's longer than the world record, mate. And listen, the world record is, I think, 470 on a long drive championship. That Tiger Woods can hit the ball 500 yards. Are you off your head?
What is...
Bro, are you off your head? Who's the crank here? What's Tiger's longest drive?
I'll tell you, bro.
500 yards.
It's the longest drive in golf history. The world record recognised by Guinness World Book of Records. The longest...
In the clip, Danny can be heard arguing with his viewers about Tiger Woods' longest shot. Even when he gets proven wrong by his own friend, he continues to argue for absolutely no reason. Danny's ego is bigger than the size of our planet, and it's absolutely hilarious to see him blatantly deny actual facts.
Drive.
I'll tell you, bro.
500 yards.
It's the longest drive in golf history. The world record recognised by Guinness World Book of Records. The longest drive is 515 yards, which is 409 metres, by a 64-year-old Mike Austin. That's in 1974.
No, that's the one off the path. Type in current world record. Because that's long
Tiger
drive.
Woods is 498, his longest drive in 2002.
Yeah, but let me see that. Let me see it. I want to see it.
Tiger Woods' longest drive was 491 Woods.
That's it here. Let me see it.
Yeah, shit, my phone's going to die. Look at what percent.
Here you are. Let me find it. Let me find it on my other phone. Where's my other phone, Bob? Because Tiger cannot... Nobody can hit the ball 500 yards. No one. If he's hit that ball 500 yards, it's hit a path or it's hit something that has made it propel forwards. 100%. Because Tiger Woods cannot hit the ball 500 yards.
Considering the sheer ridiculousness of the content Danny posts, one would think he'd have thicker skin when people troll him. However, Danny resorts to going on livestream to tell his haters and trolls that he can find their IP addresses and hunt them down easily. Whether there's any truth to his threats is unknown and widely speculated by his audience. That wraps up Danny's story. What began as odd, quirky Viking battles and angry rants quickly spiraled into something much darker. Some of Danny's behavior raises serious questions about the well-being of those around him. So what do you guys think? Is Danny just putting on a show for fame, or is he truly a dangerous person? Is there any part of Danny's story I might have missed?